Hello, everyone. My name is Tarkan Batkun. As you know, I am the CEO of Comparisonator, and I am with Riccardo Pecini, very famous Italian. Hello, Riccardo.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Well, when we're talking about Spezia, Sampdoria, Empoli, you being a sporting director from chief scouting roles, everything. So I remember players like Luka Modric, Mauro Icardi. You know, Mauro is very important for Galatasaray and the Turkish people now. And a lot of transfers and exemplified by the financial achievements and your management skills, your acquiring skills, also selling skills and your recent adventure in the scouting department. And well, you're very fastly helping the clubs. Well, first, I'd like to, I mean, you're a very good Comparisonator user since almost the beginning. You've been a customer rather than a friend. So, how is your relationship with data? Then, what does a scouting department do?
Well, thanks for asking me to be here today, first of all. And well, I started approaching the data world when I work with Americans. So the view of the data use um was something I wanted to understand. And then I tried to understand how to get the data useful for the scouting related with the way we do scouting, which is, everybody can have his way of scouting, and so everybody must understand the best for himself. Uh, so when we were preparing to start the company, we decided to try to use the data to explain what we see in a player. So we use mainly the data for the analysis, uh, and the comparison is the main, let's say, product the clubs like, because the best way for them to understand how a player can be adaptable to their squad, uh, according with the data.
So, you use Comparisonator in that?
Yeah, of course. So
How
we
do you use Comparisonator in a way inside this organization?
we try to show, well, we start from the live scouting. So we start from the video scouting, the live scouting. And then when we produce the list of targets for the client, we show him how the player we recommend can be adaptable to their team through the data.
Great, great.
Of course, it can happen that we see something, but the data, they don't say the same thing. So what we try to do is to give to the clients a list of targets where the data and live scouting can match.
Bravo, bravo.
The-
So, in your experience in these big clubs, right? Because you were in Serie A, you were in League One, many clubs as a sports director. So, how is one club to another changes with regard to the scouting and recruitment or player selling principles?
uh, well, uh, I have to to explain the difference in between clubs in Italy and Italy we outside. Uh,
Yes.
in Italy, we are going fast from the traditional scouting to the, let's say, a kind of data-driven scouting. There are a
So
lot of
there's a change right now in Italia.
yeah, there are a lot of Americans ownership. There are a lot of people who introduce the data more and more in the clubs. Uh, and this is something happening in the last 3 years. So we are on late compared with Premier League, for example. And we are now trying to understand how we can get the best from data.
Hmm.
There are few clubs in Italy who are working very well, mixing data and scouting, uh, 2, 3 clubs. But most of the clubs, they still don't have a full data department, and so it's a process, you know. And from my point of view, the more information you have on the player, the best it is.
Yes, yes.
And data can give you a lot of information. The problem with data is that uh, to have the best coverage of data everywhere, you have to make a very big investment. Very big for Italy, I mean, for Italian clubs. So this is something which will take a bit, still a bit, and we try to help to be in the mix. We try to elaborate data we can get and give to the clubs easy, clear, readable data.
Well, how did American ownership uh, change the horizons in Italy? So is it like a different reporting mechanism, or the owners are coming from inside the football, outside of the football? Are they involving in the day-to-day club management?
But most of the Americans, they 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 are not involved in the daily, but they want to know everything about the daily. And this is I think the biggest issue, because if you don't leave the club from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the night, it's not easy to understand what's going on every day. So I think they are helping the big frame, the big structure, because I see clubs better organized or more clearly organized, but the process is still too slow because football, Latin football, you need to be quick, you need to be free, you need to make decision every 5 minutes, and you can it's difficult to establish a process for every decision. It's
Well,
almost
do you need to explain all the steps to the American owners?
yeah,
Or
but
is it like a monthly, you do things and okay, this is what I did, or you need to take permission and everything?
in Spezia, I give you my experience. We had a Zoom meeting once a week for every department, and we had a reporting process to update the ownership almost every week.
Well, do they need kind of data reports in performance, these owners?
Yeah, because it's the only way they can understand. They think they can understand football.
So they basically also see the Comparisonator reports.
Yeah, yeah. For
Fair
the
enough.
in
So
the
what's your overall opinion about the Comparisonator? Would you advise to people?
Yeah, of course. It has been, and it is very important for us, because you you set up a tool which makes the job easier for everyone. This is the
Great.
main thing.
Great.
In the end, when you started the company years ago and you developed the company a lot, and this time it's a value.
Yes, yes,
But the platform today is different from the platform from 3 years ago.
yes, yes. Okay, it has been a pleasure to speak with a legend like you. and sports director guru from Italia, scouting department, Riccardo Pecini. And many thanks for joining our conversation. And I really hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Speak you soon.